Wick said he had a meeting with you this morning and that he found you particularly positive. Would you classify yourself as excited?
I mean, we were both, I don't know, we just were standing there watching some of our guys work out and some of our guys play, and it was, I just think there's a lot to be, excited about. We have a lot of work to do. We'll get to that next week, but I think we have a lot of guys that are ready to practice, and I think that's what the whole point of workouts at this time of the year are. We've said before, we're limited in what we can do from the standpoint of numbers with, the most we can coach is 3-on-3, but it is, it's fun then to watch them play open gym on their own and then to just be around them, and there's a good excitement. But I think all 30 teams have that right now, and there's a reason, because nobody's lost a game yet.
Is this different than previous years?
No.
When you say ready to practice, is that from a conditioning standpoint, or?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of things that, first of all, the preseason's so short with the 3 weeks now. When you start on the 1st and you play the 23rd, and it was the same way, each of the last couple years, I think. You can't come to camp like maybe in the past where you come to camp to get in shape. You got to be ready to roll. And so I think it's one of the benefits of the guys that played overseas is they got a lot of time in conditioning. And then you just got to be mentally prepared for the games to be right around the corner. And we'll have a couple warm-up games and practice games to get our legs underneath us, and then we go right into the Lions' Den early, and should be a lot of fun. And I think our guys are excited and get ready to get after it.
I know Kemba and Marcus and Jason, they were kind of beat up a little bit at the end of the FIBA. You expect to have them for the start of camp?
Yeah, Kemba's here. Kemba's been here pretty much since he got back, I think, and so we've seen him almost every day. Last week did a lot less, obviously, because he was just getting worked on, but he was on the court today, and I don't think he ended up playing 5-on-5, but he looks good, and I think once the season hits, he'll be ready to roll. I think the biggest thing for him will just be even though he is an all-star and as good as he is, and it's still a transition when you go to a new city and a new team, and those great players have a tendency to make those things look smooth, but I think we just have to be cognizant as a staff of that and as players of that. But the other guys, a couple of the other guys I expect that I heard are going to be back here tomorrow, and we wanted all those guys to get off their feet. It's not as much the physical, because our guys have been working out here, and but it's more of the travel and just the toll of being gone for 39 days. They needed to get away for a minute before they came back to join us.
What's the latest on Jayson?
I don't have any update.
Okay.
I mean, his ankle?
Yeah.
He's fine. He's ready to go, I think, from what I've been told. I mean, I don't know if he'll do anything 5-on-5 this week, but we anticipate no issues when camp starts next week. At least that was the latest I got.
So when you bring the entire group together, are there any players that you know of who might not be able to be ready to go from day one? Or?
Knock on wood, not as of right now.
Okay. So Romeo's fine?
Yeah, he's been fine for, a month or whatever. So
Did Tacko have something too?
Tacko twisted his knee in a little 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 work the other day, but he should be cleared by, if not tomorrow, by the end of this week. I don't know if we'll have him do anything per se until he gets on the court next week against, for live competition. So again, knock on wood. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. So hopefully we get to next week okay.
Are there lessons, Brad, for you guys to have learned from just a lot of the outside noise a year ago this time about how great you guys were versus?
I just think it's just generally each team's different. We have so many new guys. It's just a different scenario. It's a different feel. It's a different group altogether. So there's always going to be noise, and I think no matter what the expectations are, whether you're not projected to be any good or whether you're projected to be really good, the bottom line is there's noise everywhere, and that just increases year to year, to be honest, especially with the amount of attention, the amount of media, the amount of social media, and the amount of instant feedback. And so I think that's one of the things that over time everybody has to get used to, and I think just being able to sift through what's important and what's not, and trying to be as good as we can be together is all we're trying to focus on. I said this the other day, like, I don't have my care is that we play with great effort and togetherness. That is it. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to be. All the technical basketball plays and system and all that stuff. That stuff will figure itself out. I feel like we're in a good foundation there, but we got to play with like a Boston team should.